There is a substantial risk of loss associated with trading forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively, asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset classes is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits, or will not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset classes should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting the investor's lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria Prime chat rooms constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell.
So, welcome everyone. This is going to be the first call for our Zeus developer insights for myself. I know Josh is taking it over. He's going now to work more on the back end, making sure that Zeus is the best product that we can bring out. So I'm excited to be taking over for you guys and really showing you just, one, how to work Zeus, what is Zeus, how to use it for yourself, and then just know the basics, maybe answer some questions about the software in itself. And then today, later on in this session, we're going to be going over a whole new announcement that's going to make it very easy for new people coming in and people that are already using to stay access to Zeus and get access to Zeus. So I'm really excited. It's my first time doing it on the developer side. Normally I'm teaching the live classes, so a little bit of a different format, but this is going to be a great session. So let me make sure before I get started, let me see. We should be, I have it on pause. Okay. All right, perfect. So we should be good. All right, let me share my screen. So first thing that I want to cover, make sure it's shared, is just one, what is Zeus? I know some people are on, maybe on, that are either brand new to Zeus or haven't even got started with the program in itself. And I really want to talk to one of those people, and then also the people that's been using Zeus for a while, because what I'm about to share with you is going to help things out big time for a lot of you guys. So just going over, Zeus in itself, for somebody that's just brand new. It's brand new, what is Zeus? I'll go right here. Just as far as its description, Zeus is a stunning, proficient trading software that finds and the pressure of you having to always check your charts and things like that. No, it's not a one-man show with us. With us, we have, and get rid of this. For us, we have a whole team. So you have myself, who's the educator. You have Josh, who's the one making sure, the product is the best that it could possibly be. We collaborate on that. Josh takes the head on that. I take the head on the education and showing people exactly how this works. Yeah, who is also a co-creator. He also makes sure that the Zeus brand is a top-notch brand, and Javier Chacon, who's a master developer. So we have a team of professionals that really take things to a new level and create a new standard. And for people who have been using Zeus, you can see that we've been able to do that. I know we've had a lot of like early results. So going right ahead, just skipping through. So what strategy, the Zeus trades? So Zeus is a scalping price action strategy that specializes in gold, monitors volatility and momentum to give you an indication of when price is shifting and the best times to enter. Not only does it do gold, but you can diversify. You can use it to swing trade. You can use it to trade crypto, indices, forex, and even for people who trade stocks on MT4, they can do that as well. It's been adapted to trade all styles of trading. So you don't have to be a great, trader to use Zeus. A beginner can use Zeus. You don't have to have a lot of money. $100 is a recommended minimum. And everyone can succeed with Zeus. So with the Zeus trade room, you get the indicator, you get the trade manager, strategy training, developer insights, which is the call you're on now, and then a full trading course, what I'm going to go into, and a live Zeus trade sessions, which you'll see once you get access to Zeus. So knowledge and trading yourself. So these are courses that you get, lessons that you get just for having Zeus. So for people that are, trading for a little bit, let me show you just something when it comes to Zeus. Just a real simple confirmation. So for people who are looking at this for the first time, let me simplify it for you, just do the simple version. So you have, Zeus right here. Let me switch it to gold. You see green, you see red, and the biggest thing when it comes to Zeus is one, trading with the colors. As long as you trade in the direction of the colors when the arrows come up, you'll have a good. Now, before we get into any numbers, let me go in for people in Zoom so they can see the disclaimer as well. But trading in itself, let's see. So trading in itself is a huge risk in itself. Leverage trading really isn't for anyone. So, and I'm going to kind of paraphrase through. When you're trading, you got to understand that there's risk to trading, and also really there's risk to anything in life. But you have to understand when you're investing to only invest with what you can afford to lose. Don't use your rent money. Don't use your last to trade. You don't want to trade from a place of really. You don't want to trade from a place of desperation and things like that. Trading is mental. So when you have mental desperations, it clouds your judgment. So any trading decisions that you make or deciding to trade, you definitely want to consult, professional financial advisors, your, people that are, licensed professional with trading. But going back into Zeus in itself, let me switch it. It's a little bit different to manage both Zoom and OBS at the same time. It's all right. So going right into Zeus in itself, you want to trade with the colors. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people, when it comes to just trading in general, they see a signal or a suggestion, and they just get right in, and no matter if the market's trading against you or with you. The hardest thing for people to tell when it comes to trading is one, the trend, two, what prices are what's called key levels or support resistance zones, and three, where does momentum start? That's usually the hardest question, is where is momentum starting from, or how to determine when momentum is heading in a certain direction. because as a trader, you get paid on the movement of the market. That's the sole thing. The market does not move. You do not get paid. So as a trader, you want to be able to understand where the market is going and when it's deciding to go in that direction. And that's what Zeus creates the big difference for you is Zeus will identify points in the market where momentum is going in the direction of trend. So as you can see, the hardest question is already answered. One of the hardest questions already answered, which is trend in itself. We have what's called a trend strength meter. So it tells you not only what the trend is, so green being up, and I think Euro AUD is in a downtrend right now. So yeah, Euro AUD being in a downtrend, see how it's fully red. It tells you the trend, but also these arrows tell you where momentum is starting from in that direction. So as you can see, you want to trade with the trend and you want to trade with the momentum. You do that at the same time, you have a good experience trading. It's as simple as that. But going into just the last few trades in the within trend, you can see that over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades, and you had one loss here. So 8 and 1 over the last 9 and 1 over the last 10 trades. So if you could be 9 and 1 using a software, you could really put yourself in a real favorable position when it comes to your trading career. So just to kind of recap on some of the moves that happened over the New York session, London session. London session for people in America is just overnight. London starts between 2 a.m. and 2 a.m. Central Time and 10 a.m. Central Time. So a lot of times it's overnight. This is when this particular pair moves a lot. But going back to what I was talking about, we use the last few examples, and you have here, the middle number for people that are new. The middle number is what's your Pip count. So a Pip is like a point, and this is where you get paid. Your reward or your loss. So for this Euro AUD trade, the most drawdown in this particular trade you could have been in was 5 pips, which is very minuscule for this pair. And as you can see, it went down almost 110 pips, which is a very significant trading profit. No matter what size of trade or account you're trading, that's a very good trade. The very next one, as you can see here, the most that it went into drawdown was 8 pips, another small amount. And even if we don't even use that move, we just cap it out here, that's still 62 pips. So 8 in drawdown, just meaning in the negative, is your worst case scenario with this particular trade. And you had a 60 pip potential there and a 100 pip potential there. So as long as you're trading with the trend and we tell you where the trend is, you could have a very favorable outcome with trading. Nothing's 100%, but you can have a good favorable outcome. And then also in this developer call, I want to definitely make it to where it's more question and answer. So if people have questions about the software, how to use it, something you may not understand, put it in the chat. I'll be checking both Zoom and AP Live in just a second. But going back to gold was in an uptrend. So as you can see now, gold, for new people, pips are a little bit different in gold. So meaning that you can have more points or pips with a smaller amount of time with gold. So for this trade in particular, gold went about 46 pips in the negative. But if you would have took that trade, held it, the maximum potential is where the market is currently at 100 pips. The very next trade that it gave in the last, recently was this trade here. The worst that it went was 7 pips in the negative, and you had a favorable outcome. So a lot of these trades, and we teach you as far as like, where to put what's called a stop loss. And that's basically a level where you dictate, okay, this is how much I risk. If it gets to this point, I'm out the trade. We teach you all that. So when it comes to Zeus in itself, it's really just more so following the colors. You follow the colors, and the only other confirmation is if price is above or below these two lines. So for a downtrend, you would want these two lines to be above price, like say up here. On an uptrend, you would want it to be below price. So it's pretty simple. So let me check and see if there's any questions on either Zoom or AP Live. So AP Live are doing good. Let me check Zoom. So Zoom are doing good as well. So now that's the biggest thing. So kind of to go into the forecast aspect of the charts. This is where, you dictate your news. So let me go to what's today and refresh it. So this is called forexfactory.com. And Forex Factory is one of the many news sites. You have Forex Factory, you have MyFXBook. There's different websites that go over news. News helps you determine where, or more so when, the market is going to have movement. Because what do you get paid on as a trader? Movement. So this is how you determine that. With the news in itself, you can tell that with a yellow, as you hover over it, that's low impact news. So what that means is it's not going to move the market as much because it's not a big, huge indication of that particular economy. Because remember, in Forex, what are you trading? You're trading the actual currency of a country or an association like the European Association. If that currency gets stronger or weaker, that's dependent on the economy. And these news reports tell you not a forecast, but a look of how the economy is doing. So some reports are more significant than other reports. So the most significant report was earlier today, overnight for people in America, this is for London, Great Britain. And this is just basically monetary policy hearings. Monetary policy hearings is just like, just financial statements for the actual currency, for the actual country. Too many things. The monetary policy, if you're ever confused on what any news segment does, you can just click on the folder right here, and basically it'll tell you, what to look out for. So it'll say during these hearings, the Bank of England governor and several parliament members testify on inflation and the economic outlook before Parliament's Treasury Committee. So basically it's telling you it's kind of like a financial State of the Union. So that way, we know that, hey, this is something that's more important. But going into the future, now that we got the basis out the way, we do have some news for tomorrow, and we do have some news for Friday. For tomorrow, what you want to watch out is the gross domestic product for United States dollars. So when you're brand new and you see like red news, and you're a brand new trader, try to not trade during that time. If you're more experienced, you understand that this can mean more movement. So if you are a little bit more savvy with the markets, you can, maybe have more of a higher risk tolerance because you have more confidence in yourself. But GDP, unemployment claims are two big, important aspects of trading. So if you're trading Zeus around this time, just be aware of that. The second thing, especially now with oil prices kind of fluctuating, is crude oil inventories. And for me, just in my experience, based off the timing of what's been going on around the world and oil in itself, I would kind of consider this like a red folder news because there's a little bit more sensitivity in this topic. And what is crude oil inventory? Just literally, this one's kind of self-explanatory. It just tells you how much oil is in the inventory. So, price of anything is based off supply and demand. So if the inventory is high, then it means the price is going to go low. If the inventory is low, it means the price is going to get higher. So basically, the change in the number of barrels of crude oil held in the inventory by commercial firms in the last week. So, like I said, during this time, what's going on, pay more attention to that. So as far as the market in itself, we looked at a couple factors, and in this class, I'm going to use more of a swing trading perspective because I want to give you a weekly forecast. So what we were potentially looking at, in my last session was to see if price was going to break down this little green box, like basically break through it. It didn't do that. It rejected off of it. So since it rejected off of it, a couple factors are playing into this. One with the whole, Russia or any sort of war rumors historically has always made gold or metals go up in price. So because of what's been going on, that's always going to have like a bullish momentum to it. So what we're looking at now is that gold is looking to break past this level here. Gold is looking to break past this level. What we're going to look for, and we'll probably get that indication tonight, tomorrow morning, especially with all that news, is to see if gold breaks past that. Because if we look at the daily, gold is making like higher highs. It hasn't been, right now it's been the high of the year. So the year started back, I can kind of annotate where it started. New Year's was here. So right now, gold is above where the open of New Year's is. It's also, if we go back, you see, I believe if we go back, it's high. It's getting close to last year's high, which is this level here. So 2021's high. New Year's of 2021 was right there, right before that high was created. So as we go back to where gold is approaching. It's already beat most of the year for 2021. It's already at the high for this year. I know it's in the beginning, but when you have an trading asset, forex pair, stock, and you have your beginning of the year, you want to pay attention to where it's going in the first quarter, because that'll give you an indication of what type of price action you're going to have for the year. So the first quarter would be basically here. So for the most part, it's been operating on the bullish side for most of this quarter. So what I'm going to be playing for is space, in this space right here. I'm going to be playing for my bullish trade. So I'm basically looking for buys, because all it's been doing for the most part of the year, it's been going up. with the fundamentals in play, there's a lot keeping it on an uptrend. So in this amount of space you have from where it is now to last year's high, you have about 463 pips. You want to carry the decimal one to the left. So that's the amount of space that, we're going to be playing with to see if once it gets to this level here, we're going to see what happens at this point. So that's more of, what we're looking for when it comes to gold, to see if it's going to either break this level, this is a very significant level. I would write down 1960 as far as a significant level for gold. Because, once it gets close to that level, just pay attention, because to me, from my experience, what it does at that level is going to kind of dictate the next at least few months. I won't say the whole year, but at least the next few months of its trading. So that's what you want to watch out for there. Now, I want to see some, money signs in the chat. Who's excited? Who wants to know what the announcement is? Let's go straight to that. Who wants to know what the announcement is? And I wanted to get through most of today, the actual insights call, before I actually went over the announcement. So now that I went over that, let's get to the fun part. Let's see what we got here. Got some money signs. Awesome. This is actually, let me check AP, see if we got anything. So probably a lot of people's on Zoom, which is fine. Okay. So as you know, Zeus is in a trade room. It's just the indicator with the trade room right now. Starting tomorrow, you will get the trade room, the indicator, and the course without the add-on of $50 per month. We're going to be taking off the $50 per month add-on, because we know that we want to make Zeus accessible for a lot of people. We want to make Zeus accessible for a lot of people, and for people who are in the building. Yeah, we know it's worth the extra $50 for sure, and we haven't even started yet. We're working on other versions of Zeus that I won't get into right now. But we want to make it synonymous with having multiple passes, because say if you have gold, silver, platinum, you could fit Zeus within a tool without having the add-on. But two, if you're a builder, you want to, and you believe in Zeus, and you want to be able to, push it out, get people to try it out. This will also make it compatible with the 14-day trial. So the 14-day trial, you can either get it for free based off of, what you do recruiting wise, or people can, pay $30 for the 14-day trial. With us going to just the tool price of I think it's like $99 a month, or $99 plus the VPS, or just fitting as one tool within your package that you have, that enables people to use the 14-day trial. So for everybody that's been having, great results with Zeus, we place more emphasis on people being able to experience it, because we know what we have works. Our education works, our trading system works. We have so many different testimonies. I get messages almost every day about people winning with Zeus, winning at trading. They've been struggling to trade. They've been trying to figure out a way to trade. And if you're one of those persons, maybe put in the chat, put in the traders chat on Telegram that I'm winning with Zeus. Just type it out. That if you have some sort of testimony with Zeus, you don't have to put the whole testimony. Just put I'm winning with Zeus. So I want people to understand that this can work for them, because I know that trading it's not necessarily about trading. What does trading actually do? Trading actually helps you provide what's called a locationless income. A locationless income means that you can make money no matter where you are in the world, no matter what happens in the world. As long as you have internet, you can access and create a wealth for yourself. So for you, understanding this skill set, being able to use this software and create a result for yourself is huge. Not only is it huge for you, but it can create a different lifestyle for your family. So we know that the more people that we can bring into the Zeus ecosystem, because it will be an ecosystem. It already has started, but there will be more. I can't get into the details just yet, but just know that we haven't even really started. Getting into the Zeus ecosystem and being able to create a lifestyle change using this software, using our system, for us is more worth than just adding $50 a month as an add-on. We believe in our product that much. The numbers will make up for itself. We just know that the more people that can see this, experience this, the more stories we can create, and we can have, we can win together. The traders chat and get huge, and people will be able to, post their results. We've already getting people posting results. There'll be more people that may not have been able to afford the extra $50, maybe can get into it now, or maybe can get into the trial just to have the belief to use the full subscription later on. And that little push could change somebody's life, and that's what we value. So definitely, if you're excited about that, put some sevens in the chat. If you're ready to show people what we really have, especially if you're advocating for the platform, put some sevens in the chat. I'm really excited about, this move. Because I know what this can do. Like, I've seen people make people's weekly, monthly incomes in a day using Zeus that weren't able to do that before they started Zeus. There's people in this call that's been able to do a lot more than what they've been able to do before. And there's people that are in our traders chat on Telegram for people who have already signed up that have been able to do that. They've told me they're excited about it. And I believe that making this more available for more people to have that excitement in their life is well worth it. So with that being said, the company will send out an email tomorrow explaining the details. You'll get it probably tomorrow by noon Eastern, is what I'm hearing from the company. And we'll be making that switch pretty soon. I don't know if it's this Friday or Saturday or next week, but I believe it'll be this weekend. But the email that goes out tomorrow will give you all the details to how everything happens. But if there's no other questions about, Zeus in itself, that'll be it for me. I'm excited, for people who may be watching a recording, maybe looking at this for the very first time. Just take a step. The next step will follow. The next step will follow. And pretty soon, you'll look back and you won't know how far you came because you kept taking the right steps. So take a step with Zeus and, dive into the system, and you'll be proud that you did. Everybody, y'all have a great day, a great evening, a great afternoon for people that's overseas, or a great morning, wherever it is. I know we got people from all over on the call, and I'm excited to be helping you take your trading to the next level with Zeus. Y'all have a good one.
There is a substantial risk of loss associated with trading Forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively, asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset classes is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits or will not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset classes should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting the investor's lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria Prime chat rooms constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell.